Sorry about that, guys.
No, it's okay. So, hey, I was trying to, I'm in the quiz too. And I'm trying to download this ROM site, ROM patient Excel file, and I can't download it. It keeps asking if I want to navigate away from the page. And I hit OK, and I can't do it.
Can you ask Ray?
Which is weird. I kind of need to access that.
Let me see if it's in what Cindy was just showing us
Yeah.
and see if it is hopefully there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, good.
Yep. We're on site, ROM patient. Okay. Alrighty, good to know.
That's one thing I wish for the material that we had to have. I wish it was at the top that you could download it so that it was just. Oh, that's not Can you guys hear that, or is that quiet enough that y'all can't hear it?
Pretty quiet.
Okay, good. The tractors are right next to our house, and so it seems really, really loud to me, but it's probably because I'm nervous that it's interfering. So. I don't have the text box.
Question 3, 4, and 5 are just the mean, median, and standard deviation. Those are pretty easy to get with, yeah, plug it in, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mine's not working right now, so.
Your quiz, or?
No, I can't download the zip file for some reason. I'll have to figure it out after the meeting, but.
Well, and you can still, I mean, or we'll have all the information unless we have to submit. I haven't even looked at it yet because we're still trying to download the thing it wants us to download.
Oh, is that in the quiz?
Yes.
Do you want me to pull it on mine?
I've got the, excuse me, it's downloaded now. It was just taking.
Okay. Because you don't have Excel though. Is that what are you working in?
I just, when I was reading it while I was, ooh, don't freak out on me, while I was in the pickup line for my kids' school.
Oh.
Because the line's crazy and I hate pickup lines. Sorry, I love my kids. I will not be sad when I don't have to do pickup lines anymore. Okay. I guess I should share. Got it downloaded. Excuse me. Please remember to round to 3 decimal places unless otherwise specified. Do not round until complete. Can you guys also, did I share that or am I just looking at it? Okay.
I see it too.
Okay, good. On rare occasions, a medical procedure is performed on the wrong body part of a patient's body or on the wrong patient. These are called wrong site and wrong patient mistakes. Such errors occur hundreds of times each year across the US. The medical community is trying to eliminate these errors, but have had difficulty reducing their frequency. In a small percentage of these cases, the patient files a lawsuit against the hospital. Phillips Dahl, EPAL, conducted a study on these mistakes and the lawsuits that follow. Number 1, the data in the file, wrong site, wrong patient, represent the amount in US dollars hospitals have been required to pay in wrong site and wrong patient lawsuits. Some of the values equal 0, indicating that the hospital won the legal battle. Can I just say, as someone who's supposed to go in for surgery by the end of this year, this is not what's going to be reading.
I'm trying to freaking you out.
Just get out the Sharpie and make sure the doctor marks the right body part before they knock you out. That's the
Right.
thing.
I've already had a surgery this year that was successful, so I guess I can go off that experience. But sorry, way off topic.
No.
Find the mean amount hospitals had to pay in wrong site lawsuits. Round your answer. So we have mean, median, and standard deviation. Okay. Jump over. Trying to figure out though. Okay. You guys probably can't see both of those, can you? Just the one.
Yep.
Just the Excel.
I've got two different Excel windows up. So, okay, wrong site. Sorry, my brain's like. There's a lot of data for the wrong site. Sorry. Okay. Come on, seriously. There we go. Okay. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm on antibiotics. My brain's just kind of.
All right. So
The
the
mean.
mean is the nearest whole dollar. So
Is it? Okay. So $80,041,
correct.
right? Okay.
And 4 will be the median.
So
552.
68,000. Is that what you just said, Anthony?
Correct. Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're good. No, I started working on this on my end too. So
Okay. And then,
What was question 3?
so question 3 is the mean.
Yeah.
That just right here, it's 80,000. Whoa, my gosh. Sorry. This one, $80,041.
Okay. Thank you.
And then number 4 is just this one here, the 68,552.
Okay.
And 5 is the standard deviation. So 71,404.
yep.
Well, if we never have to work this out mathematically by hand,
It'll be okay.
I can totally
Yeah.
do this.
That I was looking at just like standard deviation.
Did we lose Morgan? I think we lost Morgan.
Did lose Morgan. How to do that there.
Mhm.
Just because I know come on. What do I do?
I know that on that homework that they had, the one where they want you to work it out by hand, because it's in the textbook.
Right.
Do you think that they're going to have that on any kind of test or anything like by hand, how to do that?
I see, and I didn't know what by hand meant. Did he literally mean paper and calculator? Because
Like in the text, did you read the textbook?
I did.
So did you do everything that they tell you to do in there when you have to figure out all those calculations? Like I drew the chart and tried to do it because I wanted to make sure I understood it.
Right. I didn't draw it out. I think I was more focused on learning how to do this.
Yeah,
But I didn't know if by hand he meant literally by hand or figure out
Yeah,
how
like-
to do it on Excel.
yeah, no, by hand, like doing the calculations and with that chart that they have you do in the textbook. And like figuring out the deviation from the mean with the timeline and drawing it, and then the column 3 was the figuring out the squared deviation from the mean.
Well, let's see if it's
That's the part where I was getting really sad because, and then the sample standard deviation by hand is square roots, and I mean, they have like a formula to use
right.
with all of that with the sample variance. That's the stuff that I'm worried that I'm not going to understand. This stuff with, like this is
Sorry.
pretty simple, I think.
If we're able to use, which didn't it say, I'm mixing up my syllabi that I've read, but I feel like it said that we were able to use the tools that we had. That might be my accounting class though. Like the Excel files that we were given, we were able to use in the exam. So
Okay,
it's not on this quiz.
good.
Okay.
Very good.
No. Next. Oh, it's not the question. Use the following information to answer the next type question. I'm gonna say it wrong. Hepatic angiosarcoma is a rare and usually fatal type of liver cancer. A study was conducted on 4 individuals with this illness. The data represent their survival times in months. And then it has 5 months, 19, 1, and 3. We're supposed to use this for the next 5 questions.
So the mean, which is question 6, that would be 7, because you add up all the values and divide by 4, get 7 there. That's question 6. Question 7 is the median. Since they're even values or an even amount of values, you'd go right in between the 2 middle values, which is 3 and 5. So that would be 4.
I'm not seeing the questions. I gotta pull it up on my phone, I guess. Oh, there we go.
I was sharing the Excel, but flipping back and forth, I don't know that it lets you see the screen if you're
Oh.
looking at it.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so what were we on question 5?
Seven.
I'm swiping with my finger. That's not working. Okay,
So
so we got the first. So, okay,
I'm sorry, what did you say, Tyven? I was trying to figure out how to.
Yeah, no worries. Question 6 is about the mean. So you have to add up those 4 values and divide by 4, because that's how many values there are. And that answer comes out to be 7. So 7 is the answer for number 6. And then question 7 about the median, which is the exact middle value. Since it's in between 3 and 5, the answer would just be 4.
Awesome, thank you. Okay.
that's the one.
Oh, it is by hand. Gosh dang it. I was looking at the actual questions. Thinking, okay.
Good. The first part though, columns 2 and 3, 1, 2, and 3 were not complicated. It's when they get beyond that it got started to get, for me anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're just trying to get, for the first one, it's deviations from the mean. So if our mean was 7, was that right?
Yeah, so it would be 7 minus 19. Wait, 19 minus 7. And that would be A.
Wait a second. What's the A represent? Am I just being dumb?
No, give, oh my gosh.
A
Sorry.
is just
Oh, he's using that. Okay, give the number that would be entered in A. So that's not he's not showing that's the mean. So our mean was 7, correct?
Yes.
So 5 would be negative, X would be, or whatever, mean would be -2, right?
X would be 19. And then the other X with the line above it would be 7. So 19 minus 7.
So 12.
Yeah, so
Okay.
12 is
Like,
yeah.
Right. Oh, I guess I'm just filling in the chart. I started with the 5.
Okay. Well,
That's what I
it's-
was saying. So if you're filling in the chart, but you just, all we need to know is A and B, so then it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then squared deviations from the mean. So 1 would be 6, -6.
but then it's 36 for B, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to square that.
I think I overcomplicate it and I freak myself out because I'm not very good at math. And so if it seems like that's right, then I second guess if it is.
No,
No,
the
that's right.
difference from the left side from deviations to squared deviations is you just square it. It's pretty simple. So you got it right.
I keep losing Morgan. Keeps trying to get in and I admit him and then it bumps him.
So why is 9 36 and not -36?
That squared deviation can never be a negative number. It just,
Okay.
you take the absolute value of whatever your column 2 is and square it.
And
Double negative equals a positive. That's what my kid's learning right now
yeah.
in multiplication and division. Hey, Morgan.
Hi, sorry.
You're fine.
We lost a family member to COVID. So
Oh, I'm so
some
sorry.
people are calling from afar, and we've been trying not to let them know. At least yet. My mother-in-law, if we tell her now, I'm sure her blood pressure will go so high. So we are trying to just control the situation for now until she comes over to us safe. Then we'll tell her.
No, you are fine.
Oh, I am so sorry.
You.
That's awful. That's just
It
awful.
is. It is.
That's so hard. I mean, to lose someone is hard enough, but then to have to balance all of the people in all of those situations, it's got to be very challenging for you. I'm so sorry.
It is, but I took a class once and I had a test to an assignment to submit, and the lecturer told me that I want my assignment submitted on this day. So that day I couldn't make it. The very next day I went to him and we had a class with him, and I said, yesterday my dad died. I lost my dad. My dad just died yesterday. And that's why I didn't submit. He said on the day he wrote his own exam that his father died too. So that's not an excuse. So somehow it was hard for him to say that. It was really, it hit me really bad. But I learned from that. I learned that we just have to move on.
We do, but there also needs to be compassion and understanding.
There
And
needs to be some grace.
You're right. You're right.
so that's not right.
If it were in BYU, he would understand, but it wasn't in BYU. It was in a different school here in Nigeria. So
I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't go that far.
Kindness is universal.
Yeah.
It should be universal.
I agree.
Do you want us to tell you the answers we got for going back?
No, let's move ahead. I'm sure I can figure it out.
Well, and I will, Morgan, I will post this just like I did before.
Okay.
Feel
Okay,
free.
that's fine.
You've been here. Like, I don't want you to feel like you can't utilize that, because you've been to the meeting. It was just,
Yeah.
you have a situation that's not planned, it's not typical. So please don't feel like you can't utilize that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, 10. What is the standard deviation of the survival times? So calculating the standard deviation is the measure of the spread of distribution.
Should be 8.2, I believe.
So did you get that off the chart, or did you had to walk me through that? What did you do?
Oh, oops, never mind. I can't get to that. I just put it in because I had it up from 4.
So the standard deviation, to get the standard deviation, we're adding up all of the column 2, right? And dividing it by 4. Is that wrong?
So let's see. Yeah, we're doing all of column 2 for each of the values, and then we're squaring all those values in column 3.
Mhm.
We add up all those values from column 3,
Mhm.
divide those by 3, I believe.
N minus 1, that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have four variables, I think. So that will be N minus 1, that's 3.
Plus
Yeah, thank you. So 3, and then we have to take a square root of that, I believe. So
Square root is variance. If you take the square root of that answer, it will be variance. If you want to get standard deviation, is this?
isn't it column 2?
Okay, let me see. Column 2 is
The deviations from the mean, isn't that where we get the standard deviation from?
no,
I thought standard deviation is just adding up the deviations and then dividing them by the number of.
yeah, that's it. That's I think that's correct. Adding up the numbers, the numbers, and then dividing by 3.
Well, there's 4. Well, no.
There's a formula that says N minus 1.
Yeah. So once you have all those values add up from column 3, you would divide them by 3.
Measure of the spread in the distribution.
Which, if you do that, the value comes out to be 66.6. And then if we divide that or square root that, I think the standard deviation would come out to be 8.16. Anyone's free to double chat. But that's what I got after doing all the steps.
So there's a difference between standard deviation and sample standard deviation, or is that the same thing?
If I understood it correctly, the sample. There you go. You're fine. I think the sample is just representative of standard being like the population. Unless I misunderstood.
Because I think I'm totally maybe missing this, but I thought the standard deviation would just be adding up column 2, because those are your deviations from the like when they broke it down to the first part in the textbook and they did the number line where you had to draw out the deviation from the median. And then you add those numbers together and divide them by the number of,
Occurrences.
and so then the sample standard deviation was off of column 3. And maybe I'm totally wrong. I'm probably totally wrong. You guys are smarter than I am about this stuff, but.
Well, I think if we can check again, that would be helpful.
Hey, David.
So we
Sorry.
can we check? Can somebody check? If we can check, that would help.
Yeah. So in column 2, if we complete that, we come out with -2, 12, -6, and -4, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So then we square all those values to get 4, 144, 36, and 16.
Correct.
Okay. And then we divide that, or we add all those values up, which is, where did I put it? I didn't write it down. Which is 200. Is that correct? We add up all those, get 200. Yep. So I got 200 once we add up all those square deviations.
Correct.
Okay. And then we need,
I'm wrong, by the way.
so we add up all those values, we get 200, and we divide that by n-1, which is 3. And if we do that, we get 66.66 or 67.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's the square root of that,
Yeah.
which is 8.16.
Yep.
Okay.
But then the nearest 10th, no, remind me. 10th is just the first one after, right?
Yep. 8.2.
8.2.
That's kind of in between what I've been working on and what my kids are on. So
That's helpful.
maybe one of these days, it'll all just kind of make sense. Probably not, but hey, 8.2. Sorry, I'm doing my little off to the side. I wasn't ignoring you. I just, anyhow. Okay, for the next 3 questions, give the 5-number summary of the wrong patient lawsuit costs. So back to the number we were on. Or no. Gosh, one sec. I'm sorry. My
5-number summary, is that like the quartiles?
sorry.
Okay. So for question 11, we just need to find the minimum for that one.
Sorry, I'm gonna try sharing my other screen, see if I'm doing it right. So that you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what I did, but it is not, there we go. And this one's the wrong patient, right? It's not the wrong site.
Correct.
Just to make sure I'm putting in the right numbers. Does anyone else have, I want to know, oh, there it is. Never mind, sorry. So this is what it's asking for, right?
Yeah.
The 5K.
I got it.
Question 11 is just
Yeah,
the minimum.
10 minus 1 total.
So the first number, that's the minimum, right? That's this one right here, the 0. For the 5,
Yeah.
okay. And then the second would be this 3,900. Is that right?
Second one would be the first tile, which is, yeah, the
Okay.
3,900.
And then the fourth number would just be the third quartile, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and does it say, sorry,
that'd be
nearest cent? Okay. $50,145.50. Is that right?
third quartile. Yeah.
Okay. Is that what everyone else has those for the 5 number? Okay. I think we've just got, yeah, 3 more questions.
Yep.
Redbox is an increasingly popular way to rent movies in the US. Individuals can go to a Redbox kiosk and have a wide variety of movies to choose from. A study was done in which researchers observed the duration of time in seconds individuals spent making a decision on which movie to rent at a Redbox. Answer the next 3 questions based on the following box plot. What is the third quartile of Redbox decision times?
I'd say about 190.
I think you're right. Sorry, I'm like, I didn't put my glasses on this morning, so I'm having a hard time reading everything. What is the longest time of Redbox customers in this study? So that's this one right here, right? Can you guys see my mouse? I guess I should ask.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. that's
like 7:10, 7:20.
yeah, that's what I said.
Sorry, what?
7:10. That's what I said. 7:10.
And then based on the box plot, what is the value of the mean?
About 105. That's what I get down.
I was trying to look in my book. I couldn't remember how you did it based off of a box plot. Okay, does that look right for everyone else? Awesome. Do you guys want me to really quickly just kind of snapshot the questions so that if you're not able to do it now, we've got all the questions up, or you did well enough?
I'm good. I wrote them down, so I'm fine.
Morgan, do you need me to snapshot them real quick, or
That would help. Thank you.
you are welcome? Spend a couple seconds, that way you have a chance to kind of hit pause if you need to. So
Hmm.
all right, awesome. Submit that, get that turned in. Missed one. Okay, just the last one, so you guys know. It's not 105.
I swear that's the right answer.
Oh,
That's
you're
weird.
totally fine. I don't mind. Just so you guys know, you've got until tomorrow to turn it in. So
We're allowed 2 attempts.
oh, are we? Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. So if it will load, sorry, I'm trying to bring it up. Got a minute and a half, and then it'll bump us again.
Oh, I'm glad we got that done.
I'm trying to just look that down. I'm glad I wasn't even gonna hit submit, so I'm glad we did that. Onward.
Do you want us to rejoin once we get kicked out?
That is up to you guys. Do you want to do that? Just so we can quickly figure that out or not?
I'm fine without rejoining, but
I too, I can look at